Welcome back. Today we are going to look at the 7 career mistakes to be avoided in 2025. The world is changing fast. AI is here. All of us are reeling with the impact of AI. But what does it mean to you as a career person, corporate person? I'm going to talk about 7 key things that you need to avoid as a corporate hierarchy in 2025. What are these 7 things? What you should avoid? Why you should avoid? That's what we're going to look at. Let's jump in. Number one, neglecting to upskill. A lot of people, after they join the workforce, miraculously stop learning, stop consciously upskilling themselves. The only upskilling happens in terms of whatever the company trains them on, whatever they learn on the job. And the question is that enough? How good that would be? Especially in the realm where everybody else is upskilling themselves. In the reality where AI is going to replace a lot of jobs. So you need to look at what are the skills that you are going to need in the workplace for your career promotion, for your next level, for that next level, 2 levels up. Unless you know what are the skills, unless you have a clear program to upskill over there, you're going to be pretty fast replaced. Not necessarily by AI, but a human being who has prepared for that. So you need to be prepared in terms of one, what new skills you need, which will fit into your career, and be ready with a program and should have a schedule which helps you to upskill every single day. So don't ever get into this career mistake, career hierarchy of not upskilling, letting things slide. Yeah. And people struggle to work from home. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to be prepared for the Zoom meeting. They don't know how to be ready with points and things to discuss when they come to a meeting, which they can do when they are at office. But as the world moves towards hybrid workplace, sometimes work from home, sometimes working from office, you should be ready for both. You should teach yourself how to handle virtual meetings. You should teach yourself how to be in present in the physical meetings as well. Both skills are required, both are important, and both will be deployed by the companies depending on what the need is, what the deployment potential of the companies are. And if you're not ready for both, if you're not flexible, then that lack of flexibility is going to be a hierarchy. That's going to be a career mistake for you. So my number 2 point in the list is flexibility of working from anywhere, flexibility of working from physical office if required, and mentally being ready for both of that. Third item on my list of career mistakes is ignoring personal brand or very fundamentally speaking, believing that the work will speak for itself. Work never speaks for itself. Let's face it square. You have to speak for the work that you are doing. You have to speak up. You have to ensure that the team that you're working with, your bosses, your super bosses know about you, that you exist in the workplace, and ensure that your work is seen by the people who matter. If you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. If you don't take responsibility for your career to ensure that people know about what you are doing, nobody else is going to do that for you. So, this whole belief of what my work will speak for itself is all a myth. Don't ever fall for it. As a next level of evolution of the same fundamental principle of you have to speak for your work, you have to ensure that you are visible, is what I talk about personal brand. What kind of work that you do, what kind of personality you have, how you want to be known in the workplace, you need to think deeply and think very well and ensure that you execute a plan as if you are a brand. I'm saying as if, but you are a brand. All of us are brands by our own right. We are unique. We are one of a kind. Every one single of us have unique characteristics. We bring unique talents and gifts and skills to the table, and hence we fit the definition of what a brand is from a marketing perspective. If when you think of yourself as a brand, when you think of yourself as something to be delivering consistent quality day after day after day, which is what the brands are expected to be, great brands are expected to do, then you will also realize that you need to deliver value. You will ask questions to yourself that did I deliver value today? Did I add value to my company? Did I value to my work? Did I add value to my team? When you continuously ask that question and also ensure that you deliver that value and also ensure that that value delivered is seen by the company, seen by the team, then you are building your personal brand, then you are ensuring that your work is seen and not just speaks for itself, but you speak for that work. This is very, very important in the workplace. So go ahead, create your personal brand, ensure that your work is seen by everybody around you. Next one in my list is not strategically networking. A lot of people in big companies don't even know other teams which exist in the same workplace, which is very sad. They're very happy, they do very well within the teams. They come every single day to the office, they deliver the work, they go, disappear. They don't even know what other teams do. They may not even realize what value they add as an individual to the whole company's vision, what value they add as a team to the whole company, and what value and how it fits along with other teams. Unless you sit and look at how you are working as teams and what other teams are doing and what is it that you can do from a team's other team's perspective over and beyond your call of duty, is when you really are pushing the boundaries for your team, pushing the boundaries for your company. And in today's world, even that is not enough. You need to think, especially from a personal branding perspective, we need to think and act beyond your company. You need to know people beyond your company, beyond your industry. Today, the definitions of work are changing, the definitions of industries are changing, and tomorrow, the, the company that you are working today and the industry that you are working in today might be a broadening to a larger set of industries, larger set of work things that are being done. And hence, unless you are ready today to with network with people whom you know from across industries, you will not be ready for tomorrow. So, from different perspectives of being ready for tomorrow, being known in the circles where industry and the skills matter, you need to be reaching out to people, knowing people across industries. And I'm not talking about exchanging cards. I'm not talking about reaching out to people on LinkedIn and leaving it at that. I'm talking about knowing about people and getting together, knowing, helping people, giving first and taking later, so that you are in a position to take help if and when it comes to, you are in a position to give help if and when it comes to people in your company and across different companies, across even different industries. That is when you would be really networking, and that is when you would enjoy the fruits of different people knowing you, and you will be able to reach out to people, you will be able to understand what skill set they bring to their table in their companies, and you will be able to understand and appreciate and learn from those people. And that learning is going to be immensely helpful in your career plans. A lot of people who do this go places. A lot of people who have not even thought about it, what is called a strategic networking, becomes a very big career mistake for them. I don't want you to make that mistake. Go ahead, think about it. Think about who you want to link and learn with, whom you want to reach out to, not only in your company. Your company is the first place that you need to start with, but beyond your company, beyond your even industry. Think about it, start doing that. The next one on my table is about feedback. A lot of professionals get feedback only during the annual appraisal time. And even that becomes a lot of tamasha in most of the companies.
Talk about your performance. I'm not happy.
It becomes a ritual, it becomes a place where you have to fill and tick the box so that the appraisal as an area gets completed and the HR can go along with whatever they want to do in terms of disbursing incentive, disbursing bonus, and so on and so forth. It's such a sad scenario if you think about it, because we can all improve only when we get feedback. And unless you have a mechanism of actively seeking and getting that feedback, you are not going to know which areas, which skill sets you need to improve on. So you have to have a mechanism by which you constructively ask for feedback, act on the feedback. If you think that as a criticism for you, if you are being hit every time somebody gives you some constructive criticism, God help you, that's not going to help you. Important point notice, you need to start not only receiving feedback well, but also start seeking constructive feedback. Think about how you can do it. Think about also how to give constructive feedback, because that is one skill that you need to learn as you go up the corporate ladder.
Look, you're my best friend, so don't take this the wrong way. But in 20 years, if you're still living here, coming over my house to watch the Patriots game, still working construction, I'll fucking kill you. That's not a threat. What? That's a fact. I'll fucking kill you.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Look, you got something none of us have.
Oh, come on. Why is it always this? I mean, I fucking owe it to myself to do this or that. What if I don't want to?
No. Fuck you. You don't owe it to yourself. You owe it to me. Because tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'll be 50. And I'll still be doing this shit. And that's all right. That's fine. I mean, you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket. You're too much of a pussy to cash it in.
If you see something happening, good or bad, and it's easy to appreciate the good things, but equally important when something is going wrong in your team, as a team person, forget whether you are a manager or not. Even if you're not a manager, even if you're not a people manager, when something is going wrong in your team, when somebody is not learning, somebody is not realizing what needs to be done, and if you can't step in when you see that happening, it's such a sad thing. If you can step in, help people learn, push them, because that's the right thing to do, not only for the team, but also for them as individuals, then they will realize over a period of time, they will appreciate you over a period of time. And that is one skill, one big skill, which will help you as you go up in the corporate ladder. So 2 points that I'm making in terms of feedback. One, have a mechanism of actively getting that feedback. Look at a calendar, look at a rhythm, look at a cadence by which you sit with your team, sit with your manager to get that feedback, and that's going to help you. And also look at ways and means of giving constructive feedback, not criticism, not negatively talking about people. I'm not talking about that. Giving good feedback, which will help people from your perspective, that will shape you as a would-be manager for tomorrow. The next skill is a skill that many people are capable of but don't do it. I'm talking about the career mistake of not reflecting and learning from what you already are doing. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes every single day. If you can only reflect as you are biking back from your office, as you are driving back from your office, as you are going to sleep, if you take the 5 minutes, 10 minutes and look at and reflect, okay, these were the meetings that I was in. What did I do? Did I contribute to those meetings? These were the calls that I was in. Did I contribute to those calls or was a mute spectator in each of those calls? These were the topics that were discussed in meetings today. Did I learn anything from those meetings? Did I contribute anything to those meetings? And overall, today, did I learn one thing about people, one thing about my company, one thing about my job, one thing about my career, one thing about myself on how to do things better compared to where I was, let's say, last week? If you can reflect on that and keep a journal, you can keep a journal in anything that you want. You can keep a journal in OneNote, you can keep a journal in Notion, you can keep a journal in Excel sheet, you can note down on a diary that you are writing. It can be anything that you are comfortable with. The electronics pieces are even better because it is easy to record these days and retrieve and look at that. But I leave the recording part to you. I'm not getting into that right now. But when you reflect, when you note down, you are able to learn better, because that would tell you, oh, I did not even speak in this meeting. Why did I do that? Why was I mute? In this meeting, I was getting angry. I was saying these things which maybe made people uncomfortable. Why did I do that? What should I do next time around in the right manner? I didn't even know this technical term. Who should I reach out and understand this better? I was not very clear about this area of discussion. They were talking about it. Why did that happen? How do I know all of these things? Which mentor should I reach out to? I thought I was doing well here, but People are saying that I'm not doing well. Somebody was criticizing in the meeting that, oh, you should have done this well. I thought I had done this well. Where is the disconnect? When you sit and look at all of that, and similarly, when you get appreciation, when you get positive feedback, I thought that was a normal thing. And they're appreciating, they think that I've done a good job. I didn't even know that. I thought it was a normal one. What did I do which made them feel good? I should talk to them and understand that a little more. That will help me. When you look at both sides of the coin, both in terms of what you do and hence people might have reacted negatively, what you do, people might have reacted positively. And even when people have not reacted, what did you do and did you learn something? Did you contribute anything? From all of these lenses, when you reflect and give that 5, 10 minutes every single day, that shapes your career fantastic manner. You learn so much from your own action. Nobody has to teach you. You learn from what you did. You learn from what you did not do, what might should have done, probably in that meeting, in that call, in that contribution to the company. And you will be able to look at and shape yourself as a better version of yourself when you walk into that office next day, when you walk into that call next day. So it's a great weapon. People don't use this weapon. Great tool. People don't use this tool, which is available to every one of us. 5, 10 minutes of reflecting, noting down what I should do better tomorrow. The last one that I want you to think about as a big career mistake is staying in a stagnant job.
Would you walk us through a typical day for you?
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I generally come in at least 15 minutes late. I use the side door. That way Lumberg can't see me. And after that, I just sort of space out for about an hour. Till I'm
Space out?
Yeah, I just stare at my desk. But it looks like I'm working. I do that.
People are happy staying in the job just because they know people over there, just because it is very near their office, just because it fits their schedule. And there could be myriad reasons why people choose to stay in the job, even though they know in their heart of hearts that it is stagnant. They're not getting any career moves, they're not getting increments either. They don't see the company moving places. They don't see the industry moving beyond a particular point in time. There could be a lot of negatives one might be seeing. In spite of that, people put up. Putting it up for some time till you get the next job is absolutely fine because I'm not asking you to go resign and find out another job. That's hara-kiri. That's even worse. What I'm asking you to do, start thinking about your next job. If you see your current job is stagnant, if you're doing same things over and over and over again, if you've not learned anything new, if your increments are stagnant, if your promotions are stagnant, why would you choose to stay in the same place? Think about it. People don't think about it deeply because it shakes the way their routines are, it shakes the way their schedules are, and they get into this trap and hierarchy of not doing anything about their career, not doing anything about the job. It's a big, big, big mistake. If you have not learned anything, if your promotions are not happening, if your increments are not happening, if you think the company is not doing well, these are clear signs that you should start thinking about your next job seriously. And in today's world, always being prepared for the next job is going to be a wonderful thing. Please be prepared. It is going to help you. It is going to help you in a very, very big manner. Just summarizing what we have talked about, we talked about 7 things, 7 serious mistakes that people commit in their progression of career, which hold them back in their career, which hold them back so that they cannot improve, they cannot grow faster compared to their peers. And after some time, when people repeatedly make these mistakes, they realize that their peers, their colleagues have gone far beyond where they are, and they wonder and worry as to what mistake they are doing. People don't even realize what mistake they are doing. Think about all of these 7 mistakes. Think about whether you are committing. If you have been committing them, get out of them in a rush. Absolutely look at every day whether you are anywhere close to committing these mistakes. Stay away from these mistakes and blossom in your career. See you in our next episode.